Hey everyone, I have an update for you today on the COVID-19 vaccine trials that are happening around the world. As I'm recording this, there are about more than 150 vaccines being investigated. There are about 7 that are in phase 3 trials, which means they're the closest to market. This is a very controversial topic because some people don't want to get vaccines for anything. Other people are very worried about the speed with which this research is being done and this is being brought to the public. And so a lot of very valid concerns. So let's talk about this a little bit. So when it comes to making vaccines, we want to know, does it work and is it safe? So the first phases of the trial go through, does it work? Meaning, what kind of dose do we need to get the antibody response that we want? What kind of scheduling do we need to get the kind of antibody response that we want? Is it 1 dose? Is it 2 doses? Is it separated by 2 weeks or 4 weeks, 6 months? We need to know that information to get the best response out of the body so that we can help us fight the coronavirus. And number 2, is it safe? What kind of side effects are these medications causing? And vaccines are a medication. A lot of people get a local reaction. You get a shot, flu, tetanus are very common to get arm soreness. Sometimes you can get a little redness in the skin. Those are minor things that are very common, but what we don't want to see is someone going into liver failure because they got a vaccine. It doesn't help us if they protected them against coronavirus, but they're dying of liver failure, right? So the first rule in medicine is do no harm. So we want to make sure that these vaccines are going to be safe for our target population that we want to treat, in which this case is the entire world. That's our target population. So does it work and is it safe? So those are the things that we are looking at. Let me introduce myself before we go any further. I'm Dr. Rachel Johns. I'm an internal medicine doctor specializing in hospital-based medicine out of Southern California. My passion is educating patients on healthcare topics that matter so that you can live your best life. So some days we'll be dispelling myths together. Other days, like today, I'm going to give you the latest on scientific research. So please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of this important information. So again, I'm not going to advocate for you to get the vaccine or to not get the vaccine. My job is to bring you information so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. So let's talk about the top 7 vaccines that are in phase 3 trials right now. So the first one is Sinovac, which is a Chinese vaccine maker, and they are teaming up with a Brazilian vaccine maker, and they're doing the phase 3 trial in Brazil. They're recruiting 9,000 healthcare workers to do the vaccine. It's a 2-dose vaccine, and so far they're getting pretty good results. Sinovac, the Chinese vaccine maker, is actually making a facility where they can produce millions and millions of doses of that vaccine should this vaccine go to market. Number 2 and number 3 is Sinopharm. It's another Chinese vaccine maker, so they're teaming up with the United Arab Emirates to do their vaccine trials. Number 4 is the University of Oxford teaming up with AstraZeneca and the Serum Institute of India to do their phase 3 trial. They might have a leg up on everybody because the University of Oxford had already worked on a vaccine for SARS and MERS, which are other coronaviruses. So that'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Number 5 is Moderna, who's teaming up with the National Institute of Health. They released some very early promising results that say that their vaccine is actually producing a higher antibody level than people who actually had coronavirus. So we'll see if that continues to be the case after they test out their vaccine on more people. Number 6 is Pfizer teaming up with BioNTech, and they are recruiting patients in the US, Argentina, Brazil, and Germany for their phase 3 trial. So that's really great, having members being tested in different countries. We want to see different populations being tested to get the best results possible. Again, this is going to be a vaccine for everyone in the world, so we want to test these patients, everyone in the world, to see if it works for everybody. Number 7 is the Russian vaccine. At least they have a cool name. It's called Sputnik 5. They are also saying that they have very good early results, but they're just starting their phase 3 trial, so we will see what happens. So again, these are just the top 7 vaccines that are going through phase 3 trials. There are tons and tons of other vaccines that are in earlier phases. They're coming through the pipeline is what we call it. So if these don't pan out, there's more to come. I will keep you guys updated. And again, you know, this is a very controversial and confusing topic, so I'm not going to advocate either way that you get a vaccine or you don't get a vaccine. It's not going to be the magic bullet that gets us out of this by any means. But it might be helpful. So my job is to give you guys information so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. If you have any questions about any of these vaccines, please let me know in the comment box below, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm Dr. Rachel Johns, and I'm here to help you control your medical problems so that they don't control you. Bye.